This is the ultimate scary shawarma kiosk guide. I'm showing you how to survive. This is a full guide on how to survive your shift at Scary Shawarma Kiosk. This is everything that you need to know, all of the rules that you need to follow, how to see if a customer is an anomaly, all of the endings, everything that you need to know, I will be going over. Let's get stuck right in. Your job is simple. You want to serve the customers, but you do not want to serve the anomalies. There's certain indicators that you can look at to see if a customer is an anomaly or not. If you do serve the anomaly, this will start to grow. Once this does fully grow, you then will lose. This is how you can tell if a customer is an anomaly or not an anomaly. So let me show you some indicators what you can use to tell if a customer is an anomaly. If the customer is glitchy or has wrong textures on the skin, distorted limbs or extra body parts, if you see any twins, if a customer has a completely blank face with no features, if a customer has black holes instead of eyes, or white eyes or other facial characteristics, the smiling man, if the voice is even distorted, it could also be an anomaly. Always check the camera to see if a customer does have any distorted features. Use night vision. Night vision will show things what the normal eye cannot see. And if you see anything strange, then do not serve that customer. A little tip, there might even be drunk customers but aren't anomalies. They might be acting really strange, but I just want to let you guys know that there are some strange customers out there, but they still might not even be an anomaly. Always use the CCTV camera even if you think it's a normal customer. You want to see if there's any supernatural entity riding on the customer's backs. If you use night vision mode, you might see something strange, such as the customer dancing. Or if you use night vision, you might see the customer just completely turn into a supernatural entity. If you see multiple people that look the same, like duplicates of the customer, then you know it's an anomaly as well. You can see, if you see anything strange like this, if I turn on night vision, the guy disappears. Obviously, this is going to be an anomaly. So anything what is strange, you want to just completely shut the shutter. So if it is an anomaly, just fully shut the shutter and keep it shut. However, it's really important. If you got a smiling customer, it's very important that you go ahead and give him a drink. Once you got this letter, you can either put it under the counter or open it. If you open this letter, you will get a ending.
How are you? Okay.
As you can see, there is an entity riding the back of his customer, so it's obviously going to be an anomaly. You want to serve as many clients as you can whilst avoiding the anomalies. There's a certain amount of clients what you want to serve stated here, and you want to survive not serving anomalies, only serving normal clients, and it's up to you to tell if that person is an anomaly or not an anomaly. Read the rules here if you wish. I'm going to go over all of the rules in this video either way. There's certain events what you might experience, such as growling. So if you see this event happening, what you need to go ahead and do is do not look up. If you look up, you will die. If you see a cat, do not look at the cat, you will die. That is going to be another anomaly, but this cat will actually go ahead and kill you. So do not look at the cat if you got this event. Every single time there is 2 AM, a inspector will come. If you do look at this clock, this will basically show the time. If it does reach 2 AM, a inspector will come. You can either survive the inspector or complete the inspector run. So what you want to do to win is actually you want to turn off the grill, turn off the lights, and close the shutter before the inspector comes, and you should then be able to go ahead and win the inspection. But you will need to go ahead and go behind this bin whenever it's the inspection to survive. So if you want to survive, you want to basically turn off everything, shut the shutters, and hide behind the bin, and then you should be able to win. But you don't need to turn off everything as well, so it's up to you. But you will need to go ahead and hide behind this bin before the inspector comes to survive. And the inspection does happen every time at 2 AM. You can see that this is going to be the white eyes lady. Just shut the shutter on her. She is the anomaly. Anomaly customers at your kiosk will also do unnatural behaviors such as unclear dialogues, twitching, odd movement, making strange orders that cannot be prepared. So if anything that you feel is strange, close the shutter, it's the anomaly. You can see this is a normal customer, night vision on. She is acting really strange, and this does go to show that this is going to be an anomaly. A little tip, there's an odd occurrence that the shawarma will start warping. Right now the shawarma is normal, but there's a slight chance that the shawarma will be warping and make weird shapes. If that does happen, just turn off the grill switch. A little tip, whenever you go ahead and get yourself money, you got an income, by pressing Q you can open up this shop, and this will actually help you out. You can scare your friend, you can show if a person is an anomaly or not. There's tons of different stuff here you can buy from the corruption shop. These are now all of the endings in Scary Shawarma Kiosk for what you can actually get.
I know. Okay.
On this cold December evening, the player did not yet know how the shift would end. Snow slowly settled on the asphalt. The security cameras clicked softly, recording an empty yard and a quiet street. When the customer arrived, he looked completely normal. So normal, it was almost unsettling.
One shawarma, please. Sure, that will be 150.
The player looked at him through the glass, then at the camera screen, and made a decision. The window was closed. According to the story, the window was closed. Not abruptly, not defiantly, simply closed. The customer remained outside.
I was literally standing here and you slammed the window. What is wrong with you?
The fire began quietly, as all bad things do. The player watched the screens, saw the flames reach the dumpster, saw them grow brighter. The fire extinguisher was nearby. It always was. But the player did not go outside. He believed the walls would protect him, that glass and metal would keep the fire away. The player reached for the fire extinguisher. For a moment, it seemed like the story might change, but he did not go outside. He imagined the customer waiting for him in the dark. He imagined what would happen if he stepped foot beyond the door. Fear held him in place, and the fire extinguisher remained unused. The door opened. Cold air rushed inside. For a brief second, the player considered turning back. Stories often change at moments like this, but not this one. The player stayed inside, and that night, the kiosk burned to the ground. This ending was inevitable. The night claimed its due. However, there will be other winters. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.